Did you know that Frans Hals, who made this stunning painting, is the brother of Dirk Hals, the successful painter of Merry Companies? Or did you know that Willem van de Velde the Elder is the father of Willem van de Velde the Younger and Adriaan van de Velde? I'm Justine Rinnooy Kan, Junior Curator of 16th and 17th century Dutch painting at the Rijksmuseum. Today, we'll take a closer look at family ties between artists represented here in the galleries. The list of artists who are directly related to each other goes on and on. Of course, this has to do with the talent running in the families you can find here. But don't forget about social patterns. Many were destined for a career already represented in their family, like Jacob van Ruisdael, whose impressive landscapes hang here in the Gallery of Honor, right next to a riverscape by his uncle Salomon. If you could receive artistic training from a family member, this was considerably cheaper than training with another master. And often you had to be a registered member of the guild to be allowed to work professionally as an artist. In many cities, you could join the guild at a reduced fee if a family member had already been admitted. I'd like to zoom in on what is perhaps the most endearing but also tragic manifestation of artist-family ties in our collection. A memorial portrait painted by half-siblings Gerard and Gesina Ter Borch. This posthumous portrait commemorates their younger brother Moses, who served in the Dutch Navy against the English and died at sea at the young age of 22 in 1667. We see Moses standing stately in full length, surrounded by symbols. For example, look at the helmet and the shells, alluding to his military career at sea, or the butterfly, the pocket watch, the hourglass and the skull, symbolizing the transience of life and death itself, or the ivy, symbolizing eternity. As children, Gerard, Gesina and Moses were all introduced to the arts through their father, who worked as a civil servant in the city of Zwolle. In his younger years, he had worked as an artist, and although he was not in a position to offer his loved ones an artistic and formal training, he dedicated himself to teaching them how to draw. His talented eldest son Gerard went on to train professionally and became a renowned painter. His favorite model was none other than his half-sister Gesina, and he painted her here, posing in peasant clothing. Thanks to the artistic environment in which she grew up, Gesina was able to develop and explore her own talent for drawing, a rarity for 17th century women. However, she never received professional artistic training like her brother Gerard. The portrait of Moses, which was based largely on watercolors made by Gesina, is the only oil painting we know she worked on. Today, we owe much to Gesina. In the 19th century, about 200 years after her death, her collection of works on paper, made by herself and her relatives, was rediscovered and found its way here to the Rijksmuseum. The albums in which she stored her works contain over 1,000 pieces. This treasure trove of an archive contains a wealth of information about the family Ter Borch, with all their talents, as well as beautiful drawings. The story comes full circle. In these albums, we also find numerous drawings and self-portraits by Moses, who had chosen for his tragically fatal career at sea. And it turned out that he was a wonder child and that he was so talented that he might have even been more talented than his now famous brother Gerard. Thank you for watching. I encourage you all to come here to the Rijksmuseum together with your loved ones. And remember, think twice before throwing your artworks in the trash, because you never know how much joy they will bring to future generations.